So, Thierry, when did you first visit New York, and when did you first realise you'd fallen in love with the city?
I think the first time I went to New York was '96. Yeah, '96. And well, I always wanted to go for a very long time. I don't know why, I don't know if it's your case, but you always have a town that one day I want to go there. So it was always New York. And as soon as I arrived there, I knew, I need to come back here. And I want to live there one day. Yeah, so right from the start.
And what's the best thing about living there?
It's kind of weird, just the vibe in the city, just the vibe around New York City. There's no places like New York City. If you think about it well, it's like uh, it's kind of weird. You want to live with the city and go at the pace of the city, all the very best, but you can't. Always something happening. You can also keep it cool. You have shows, you have like nice cafe, all nice parks. You can ride your bike, cinemas. I don't know. I'm not. You go to Seoul, it's a great vibe. You go to the West Village, is different, but still cool. You go to Chelsea, the same. You go to Tribeca, whatever. Then you want to go more touristic thing, you go Midtown. Then you have Central Park. Then Upper East, whatever. It's just great.
Have you got any special tips to anyone going there for the first time, where you'd recommend, oh, you've got to go in?
I can't recommend anything. You know why? Because that's the beauty of New York. If you ask me, like, my favorite place, I'll tell you one place. You ask someone else from New York and say, oh, no, that place is another one. It's like just go and enjoy it. Just just make it your New York. Like, make it your thing. That's the beauty of New York. You always have something happening. There's always like you come 2 years after the restaurant is not there anymore. It's like, well, I used to go there all the time. Gone. It's like make it whatever you want to make it with New York. Whatever you want to do there can be done. I mean, obviously, what you can do.
So, any hangouts that you go to particularly?
Well, it's kind of weird because I do like the town, and it's the only town that you said to me right now, let's go and have a walk. I would say yes. The only town in the world that you will make me walk is New York City. It's something always you always see something, but I'm a home guy. I like to stay at home. So to relax, my place. Then to go to eat, a couple of Italian restaurants, Chinese, Japanese, whatever, French, uh, going to some shows, whatever. But to relax, relax. My house.
Do you have a favorite restaurant?
It depends. I love dim sum. So sometimes I go to Chinatown and have some dim sum. You have always some good Italian restaurants. You can go to some nice hotel also too. I don't have like a place. It's that's what I love about New York. Everything can change in a minute. Uh, you know, I don't have like a special place.
You've mentioned in the past that you enjoy the anonymity of New York in comparison to, say, London and Paris for you. Um, how much is that a factor of your enjoyment of New York?
It is, but that's not the main thing. For example, in New York City, I can ride a bike, go out, take my bicycle, go around, go on the West Side Highway and just go up and down the town, go to Battery Park, whatever. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't have been able to do that anywhere else without being relaxed. You know, uh, um, I just don't know. I mean, it is important, but it is not also the only reason or the reason why I like New York.
What do you miss when you're not there?
It's kind of weird. It's difficult. The other day I was talking to a friend. I was like, you know what? I miss New York. I cannot put my finger on it. It's just New York. It's Everything. You can have any restaurant delivering food for you. You everything is so easy to get in New York. They make life easy for you. You know, you want something, you can have it done like in a second. You know, you want to go out, everything is right in front of your building. So there is not like a thing, you know. But I don't know. I just miss the whole thing. You know, the smell. I know it's not the best smell in the world. It's kind of weird. The smell, people moving, and I won't say I miss traffic, or that would be lying. But just the whole vibe. Sometimes being in Seoul and downtown, because that's where I stay the most. I stay downtown the most. Uh, Being able to go to a park, shows, whatever. I'm not going to say what I said before, but it's the whole just New York City. Obviously, people always talk about Manhattan. But then you have Brooklyn is amazing. You know, you can go to Harlem, you can go to Queens, you can go to, I mean, because when people talk about New York, they always talk about the city, Manhattan, but then New York is way bigger than that. So I'm obviously living in the city, so I always talk about the city.